Welcome to the Concrete Genius Podcast. I'm your host with the most sauce, Mackenzie. I appreciate you for tapping in on this lovely Sunday. America, how y'all feeling? Some of y'all are elated. Some of y'all are devastated. And some of y'all, like me, are just equally balanced and yoked. Trump won the presidency. Everybody has known that by now for a few days. The reactions have varied from being calm to rational to intelligible to being outrageous and devastated. And a lot of people are devastated. So if you're devastated, get a copy of my book, The Game Changer, 8 Tips for Men to Find Peace. And maybe it'll guide you through it. But let's talk about it. It is a pivotal time in America. This was a very pivotal election. We're in the midst of a couple of wars. You have the conflict in Gaza, Palestine and Gaza, Israel. You have the Ukraine situation versus Russia. And America's involved in both places. You also have the tensions with Iran. You have tensions with China, North Korea. It's a very pivotal election. And then on the domestic front, you have an economy that's somewhat in shambles. I read somewhere that 32% of Americans don't have $1,000 available to them. I thought it was just kind of like fake news, and then I researched it, and it's true. So that means if you take 100 people, 32 may not have $1,000 to their name. That's very hard on American people. Groceries are high. Tension is high. Stress is high. I think the Biden administration was a failure. So with that failure comes the pressure of this election. The first black woman, Kamala Harris, was nominated, rushed into the forefront, in my opinion. She was unfairly pushed out at a later stage, forced to raise a lot of money to campaign heavily in a couple of months. No Democratic primary, which offended a lot of people. And I just think the Democrats ran a bungled campaign. I think the last three presidential campaigns since Barack Obama's won, since 08, 12, 16, 20, 24, the Democrats have fumbled the bag. Democrats, Doc Rivers, up 3-1, blew the lead. I mean, first of all, Bernie should have been a nominee in 16. Bernie should have been a nominee. They stole that, gave it to Hillary. Trump won. Do you know every delegate in West Virginia in 2016 voted for Bernie Sanders? 55 delegates. See, these are the things that the common news won't tell you, or the Democrats won't tell you before they shame you. But I proceed. 2020, Joe Biden was elected president. And a lot of people weren't really happy with that. In 2020, the Democratic Party took a seismic turn left. And when I say left, for my listeners that's not into politics, I want you to kind of get an understanding of when you hear these terms. When I say left, that means more liberal towards rights to other ethnic groups, certain rights, more liberal towards the LGBTQ community, more liberal towards open borders, immigrants. And I just think it crashed and burned. I think a lot of us as black people, we get played for our emotions. Every year the Democrats come to us with emotion, be it a saxophone via Bill Clinton, be it hot sauce in her bag, be it Hillary Clinton, be it if you vote for me, you're not black, be it Joe Biden, I clean my collard greens in the tub, be it Kamala Harris. And don't get me wrong, until 2016, I was a diehard don't even question the Democrat. But every year, I've remained more and more center. I feel like it's going too far left. I feel like blacks have been taken for granted. Our vote, our voice, our community, our needs, our problems. Our kids see denigration constantly on the radio, music, videos. Some of us are the least educated. We don't spend our money on ourselves. The average black dollar stays in the black community 6 seconds. I think the average Jewish dollar stays in the Jewish community like 6 months or 6 years maybe. But yet here we are, caping for Democrats. Caping for any party, actually. But right now I'm talking Democrats. Speaking to a lot of black men, family men, men who raise children, who have grandchildren, who have worked through education or starting a business or through common sense. They've raised the status of their families. They've bought homes. They put their kids in college. You know, a lot of black men felt like the black family was getting left behind by the Democrats. And before you scream at the screen, I'm just giving you the facts. See, the problem with us as a race is we like to deal with emotion over facts. And the facts were that we were becoming the second, third, or fourth minority in the plan of the Democrats. A lot of the immigrants were coming here and giving rights better than a lot of Americans. That didn't make Americans happy. Democrats claim to be the ally of African Americans, but our bills get stifled. They get held up. At one time, we had an all-Democratic House and Senate presidency. We still got nothing. But yet, Democrats push for the advancement of Asians. They push for the advancement of the LGBTQ community. And with that being said, I want people to understand that a lot of men that I know, a lot of men that I speak to, a lot of men that I know, Republican and Democrat, have zero problems with the gay community. When Barack Obama decided to allow gay people to get married, nobody was objected. Nobody can tell you who to love. That's your choice. But from 2016, 2020 to 2024, that movement became blurred. Once you started talking about 77 genders, allowing kids to be gender fluid, making decisions about their genders and their bodies, that scares people. Should it? That's up to each individual to decide. But what I'm telling you is it scares people too far left. See, people don't have a problem with the L, the G, the B, or the Q. It's the T, the I, the A, and the plus that start looking like geography to niggas. And you know what niggas do when they get to geography. They close the book. They don't want to pay attention. Unless it's serving them a purpose, they don't want to deal with it. It's too difficult to comprehend, and it's threatening to people. Black men, white men, even Latinos. 60% of Latinos voted for Donald Trump. 80% of black people, 80% of black men, voted for Kamala Harris. Yet, if you look online, all the vitriol is headed towards us from black women. That's the problem in our community. We attack each other over emotions. Attack the white woman you work with. Attack the one Mexican friend you got from high school that you celebrate Cinco de Mayo with. Question them. Excuse me. Don't question black men in your community, the football coaches that volunteer their time, the black men that help get your car fixed, that help you move when you needed to move. You know, when you this black man, you talking about your uncle that got the U-Haul and helped you move because none of your baby daddies did. That's still a black man. The black man that's volunteering to drop your son off from basketball practice. You slandering him. You know, the black man that until maybe a year or two ago, and most of us still will, that would be willing to put his life on the line to protect you, black woman. So stop with the attacks. Now, black men need to stop with the attacks too. The name calling, the disrespect. If you're content in your relationship with the females that you've dealt with over the course of your life, it should be no reason to name call. It was no reason for none of you niggas to call Kamala Harris out her name. I was very disappointed in that. But a lot of you niggas is dealing with trauma. A lot of you women are dealing with trauma. But we have to understand as black people, we can't be each other's enemies. You know, a lot of black women got finessed by the feminism movement all the way back in the 70s. White women needed the power of black women to help them fight for their rights. And they used y'all. They told you in public you didn't need a man, but in private, they went home and they did everything their man told them. That's why the white nuclear family still remain a tight-knit unit. Because they manipulated y'all with feminism. Even in the 70s, after the Black Power movement in the 60s, in the 70s, the government came in homes and told black women, hey, if he doesn't have a job yet, I don't care if he's a handyman, I will pay you more money to put him out. And a lot of y'all grannies or y'all mamas put y'all granddaddies and y'all uncles out, your daddy out. So now you look up your grandma 40, your mama 22, and ain't no man around. You got to call Mr. Johnny when you need something fixed. It wasn't always like that because we were better off doing when things were segregated. Schools were segregated. Black kids were more educated when schools were segregated. Black schools had more resources and recesses when schools were segregated. So the one thing we have to do as a community, regardless of who won the election, is black people. We have to find a way to be nicer to each other, find some progress, and stay together. And we got to do whatever we have to do for the preservation of blackness. Same way white people do. Same way Asian people do. Same way Latinos do. See, you know how everybody else fights for the preservation of their race and black people don't? I'm going to give you an example. Have you ever seen a rich white athlete marry a poor American black woman? Have you ever seen a rich Hispanic athlete marry a poor, low-income black woman? Any kind of black woman, educated, whatever, but a poor one for this instance. See what I'm saying? Have you ever seen a rich Jewish man marry a poor black woman? You ever seen a rich Korean marry a poor black woman? I'll answer that for you. No, you haven't. Now, have you ever seen a rich black athlete marry a poor white woman? Have you ever seen a rich black athlete marry a poor Latino woman? And then they trick you niggas with that, oh, love is love, you can love who you want to. That only applies to us when we have the wealth. I tell you what, I want to see one of you poor black girls with no money. You ain't got to be poor, but, the Nissan Altima Brigade. I want to see one of y'all find you a white boy worth millions. Get him to fall in love with you and see what happens. If you get to that point, see what happens when he take you home. And I'm not talking about no white boy, you can't even get the carpenter white boy, but I'm talking about a motherfucker whose family got crescents and shields and shit that's been rich for 7 to 8 generations. See what happens to that white man if he tells his family he's going to marry a poor black woman. A black woman at all. Justin, I'm so disappointed in you. You are removed from the family trust and the will. Ain't no rich ethnicity of man that y'all cape for is going to marry y'all poor asses. So get that through your head. So before you down Ray, Pookie, Jamal, you better ask that nigga if he got a handsome cousin. Because it get hell when you get old and you lonely. And a lot of y'all going to let the internet and feminism and the ability to not process things clearly make you grow old with a lot of cats, baby. That's a sad life. That's a sad life. You better be fine with that nigga working in sanitation, $30 an hour. That's a great man. Stop knocking us. Find a way to build with us. Maybe you might have to find a man that's been broken. Maybe you might have to deal with a woman that's broken. But the only way we will survive and thrive is if we put our time and energy and the resources into marrying each other. We are the only race of people who never look at marriage as a revolutionary strategic strategy. We are the only race of people who say it's fine. Everybody's black. Everybody's invited to the barbecue. Oh, little Timmy can cut a jig. Little Timmy can cut a jig. Let's invite him. Billie Eilish, come on over. Justin Bieber, come on over. Oh, that's my friend. Girl, you know you invited to the barbecue. Folks don't love you. But on the flip side, to you black athletes, you can do what you want with your money, pimp. Don't chastise me. But you can't sit here and tell me that you really, really love yourself, your mama, your people, black women, and then you leave generational wealth to a non-black person. Damn, I sound like Dr. Umar. But hey, I'm just telling y'all, if you want to win. If you don't want to win, you do what you want to do. But nothing beats melanin, baby. Nothing. Uncut melanin. It's the greatest shit in the world. But a lot of y'all niggas, when you get rich, when you get them M's from catching that football or shooting that basketball, you think you too good for black women. And don't give me that shit, man. I went to fucking Penn State. That's all I saw. Nigga, it's a black girl at Penn State. Shut your bitch ass up. You just ignored her. You just don't know that you psychologically trained to feel like walking in a room with a white woman makes you better. And these are conversations that need to be had. And who better to have them than the game changer, Sauce Mackenzie? Get a copy of my book at Amazon.com. That real shit. So that's why the black community in shambles, because we don't have no guidelines of how much we love each other. Why should we love each other? Why we should protect each other? Why we should marry each other? Why we should make more chocolate babies A lot of you niggas don't even like how you look. A lot of you niggas, honestly, hold up, I'm cooking now. A lot of you niggas, honestly, don't even think y'all can make a pretty baby unless it's with a Latino or a white woman. And that's just self-hate. But again, I trace that to integrated schools, trace that to busing, I trace that to desegregation, to self-love. And then once a few of you boule niggas got access, you niggas thought that was the gold standard. You know, and I hear the comments. And you can love who you want to love. I'm not here to knock you. Especially if you making $75,000. You meet a woman to make you feel good. She makes $75,000. She treats you good. You hear it, you feel it in your heart. You marry her. But I promise you, you different from the nigga that's making $12 million over 3 years. I don't even know how you could be a professional athlete and not feel an obligation to nurture a woman and marry a woman and love a woman that's the same shade as your mother. I just don't understand it. I don't understand how you can watch Keep Your Eyes on the Prize. Oh, Lord. How you can watch Eyes on the Prize? Mississippi burning. You make $400 million, nigga. And who's gonna get your money when you die? Them other folks. Them other folks. So before we complain about Trump or Kamala Harris or whatever, we need to fix us. We need to curtail our music. Our music is now destroying our kids. C. Dolores Tucker, I owe you an apology. I'm sorry. You seen it way before I did, Queen. I owe you an apology. Because this music is trash. Not only that, everybody pimps the culture. We're the most brilliant, spontaneous, creative culture by far in the world. And everybody pimps us. We get on interviews with white men and we talk about how we've shot 50 niggas for $15,000. Nigga, take that same story of how you shot 50 niggas, make it a book. And I own a publishing company. And I'll put it in a book for you. And I'll make you a lot more than them $10, $15, $20,000 you get for sitting in front of that white man talking about how many people you shot, or that time you shot Pookie, or that time you slept with such and such mama. You niggas is sounding like buffoons. We don't have, outside of sports, we don't have a lot of spaces where the intelligent, cool brother gets to thrive. Even in podcasts, a lot of people say, well, I need you to talk more gangster shit. No, why? Is that all you hear? Now, if I need to talk that to get to the gangsters, talk about my past, cool. But once I talk to you and I get your attention, I'm back on that elevator. We need to stop being scared of being smart. We such in a state of shambles now that you can't even tell the squares from the street niggas. When I was growing up, becoming a street nigga, people talked about you like you just fucking committed a crime already. You hadn't even started about it yet, but just, oh, you throwing your life away. This. Nigga, your grandma, your mom, your grandma marched in Selma, marched on Washington, marched in Chicago, got her head busted for black people that had a right to vote. And you throwing your life away. You know, you was a street nigga. Street niggas and college niggas didn't dress alike in the 90s. Nah. We was cool, but you do your thing, do my thing. Now, nigga will fucking come home with a bachelor's and won't even be ashamed to tell niggas. Yeah, you know, I get it out the mud, shit, I fuck with college for a living. Nigga, you work for the United States government, nigga. Calm down with the motherfucking, with the horror stories. But that's the mentality of us. And college-educated women. Y'all used to be the standard bearers. Now we can't tell you apart from the chicks that's boosting. The chick dropped out in the 8th grade doing hair boosting. You want to be like her. This is real shit, but let me move on. Trump wins. Okay, so the racism. I'm from Gary, Indiana. It's black. It was really black back then. I never had I had one white teacher from Portugal, and I had an old white man, a fucking woodshop teacher in middle school. His punk ass threw a paddle at me. But other than that, those were the only white people I saw in academia my entire time in elementary school, middle school, and high school. I always had black male principals. I had probably 13 black male teachers. It was black men all around the school. It was black police, black firemen, black mailmen. My dentist was black. My doctor was black. Everybody I saw was black. Like if I wanted to see somebody white, I had to go to Maryville. And we were prosperous. You know, of course, was it an element of crime and was this shit to be scared of? Of course. But it's an element of crime. I don't care what demographic you in. So the thing about that is I'm never one to like be confused about what racism is. A racist can be described as a sheep, can be in the costume of a sheep or a wolf. But growing up in such a strong black environment and having such a masculine father, a masculine uncle, a masculine grandfather. My grandfather escaped Canton, Mississippi. A white man refused to pay him a week's worth of money. He split his head to the white meat. Got on the train to Indiana. And hear me. So I say all that to say that racism is going to be racism no matter who's in office. Shit, Biden was racist. Shit, if I had to, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. If God was standing before me right now and he asked me a question, he said, in your heart of hearts, Sauce, who do you think is more racist? Joe Biden or Donald Trump? Shit, I would say Joe Biden. Now, has Trump said some shit that's probably uncomfortable, racist? Yeah, of course. But he said it. Let me deal with a motherfucker that says it, but has some actions that show he fucks with some niggas. Blacks. Don't smile at me and make me comfortable and then I say, okay, man, we cool. What about reparation? Well, not now, nigga. Damn, I'm Democrat. Okay, well, what about the anti-lynching bill? Hold up, we gonna amend it, but not now, nigga. That's what the Democrats do. And then they say, while you waiting, we gonna let in all these people and we're gonna allow the teaching of multiple genders. You don't have to be who you are. Yeah, I don't even let kids go through ugly phases no more. When I was growing up, you had an ugly phase in middle school. You just fought through that shit. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong, all right, nigga? You just ugly right now. Give it a year, nigga. Do some push-ups, nigga. Play some football, nigga. Put some Noxzema on your face, nigga. Bust some bumps on your face, nigga. Get some braces. Not today. Not today. You niggas is ugly. He called motherfucker ugly today. That nigga be gay Thursday. Like, you know, we've forced the adversity out of kids. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to knock nobody for their preferences or their choices. But what I'm saying is those choices, when they were organic. I mean, I went to school with gay people. I went to school with lesbian women. I'm friends with them to this day. Some of my greatest friends I went to school with, I have nothing against them. I have family members. I don't care what you do, but I do care the option that you present to a 12-year-old that's confused. If you can't buy Newports, you shouldn't be thinking about your sexuality. All right? You're going through puberty, you confused, sit it out for a minute. And it is okay if you think different. But let's not act like it's natural. Because if it was natural, same-sex people would be able to get each other pregnant. So I'm just giving y'all some game. Man, I've been chopping it up. Let's get back to the real. Now that we've talked about why he won, what black people need, what's next? Get your hands on some of these stocks. Tesla, SpaceX. They're going to go through the roof. They already go through the roof. I checked on my Robinhood. That motherfucker was going crazy. You know, a couple other stocks going crazy. I had forgot about them. It's free money. Learn how to play the game. Be so self-sufficient. Start a business. Learn a trade. Force yourself on the economy. Don't let the economy force itself on you. If all you dependent on is your 9 to 5 trying to make it work just like that, I might have news for you, buddy. Find you a hustle. Multiple hustles. Maybe you will complain about them, maybe you won't, but you better find them or you're going to starve. That's the way it is. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I wish I had something else to tell you. But that one hustle you tried that you think in that hobby you think people may not really feel, that shit might make you some M's. Like this here. I think it's less risk of war with Trump. You know, China's already got right. Like, hey, we don't want no problems. Somebody else got right. Ukraine was like, hey, Trump called Putin like, hey, I get in office, we're going to slow this shit down. That's a positive. I don't want war. I have cousins and nephews in the military. You know, I don't want war. I don't want us meddling in Israel. I don't want us participating in the murdering of people in Palestine or Israel. That's their business. I don't want us participating in the war in Ukraine. That's not our business. So the great thing, I do feel that I feel like war is less on the horizon, hopefully. And I think a lot of countries that probably would have tried some shit, Iran, China, the niggas know this nigga's a lunatic, bro. I've spent a couple of years, you know, being a lunatic before, and I've known a few. And shit get changed, shit get different when a lunatic walk in the room. And Trump is a lunatic. And yeah, I know the nigga got 34 felonies, 4 baby mamas, whatever, and sexual assault charges. And if he was black, boy, that nigga wouldn't even be able to get a job at McDonald's. Bro, you niggas should have been through that. Your grandma should have taught you that, bro. White man's justice, black man's grief. We're never going to be able to do and get away with things that white men get away with. I'm sorry. Nigga, they locking up Weinsteins, nigga. You niggas need to have some discipline. And stop comparing yourself to white people. You can't say I enjoy all the privileges of being black and then be mad that you can't do what another race has set themselves up with the privilege to do. It's facts, not emotions. You know? If I was white, I'd probably been a head coach at a high school running an AU program. But I wasn't. And I had to depend on black people. And they sabotaged me. So what we doing? You're never going to be able to get it all, you know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Like, I'm a fly nigga. I know it's a chance of something that's going to happen if a white police get behind me. It's a chance something happen if a black police get behind me. But I'm going to put myself in the best position to be prepared to deal with it. So he's in there. And there's nothing people going to do about it. Because as soon as he get in there, them charges, he done already told the DA, hey, whoa, Nelly. Well, what about all them white folks storming the Capitol? Nigga, I'm not white. I wasn't going. I'm watching that shit like, damn. You know. But I'm watching it with enough common sense to say, hey, if that was 7 niggas, they'd have been shot in the back. But I been do that, nigga. I was 3, 4 years old, 5 years old. Like, I know. Lost my brother to that shit. You know what I'm saying? I seen niggas running out of fucking Sears in the 80s with TV. Boom, bam, bam, bam. It's over. I mean, we can't do what white people do. But white people can't do what we do sometimes either. So, that's the gift and the curse. Come on, man. It's black boy joy. Find a way and embrace it and enjoy it and maximize it. And get you some money out this shit, bro. Take you some trips, have you some fun, and make some pretty babies. And marry a beautiful black woman for 30, 40 years. And, you know, get you some matching cemetery plots together. And, you know what I'm saying? Get all the kids around you when you're 75 and 80 and shit. And, Joe, turn that TV out like you. That's the life, nigga. Set your sick kids up. Teach them things. Stocks, investments, capital, real estate, businesses, LLCs, financial responsibilities, where to go to get away, meditation, peace of mind, communication. Teach them those things and be strong. And then walk in the room and keep your head up. And then honestly, I deal with everybody on the basis of how you treat me when you meet me. I'm not going to assume you racist because you white. I'm just not. I used to. I didn't know no better till I started like getting lawyers and people who helped me and business mentors and shit like that. Like I started maturing and learning the spirit and the soul of people. Just like I used to think every nigga that was black was down for the cause. And I've been totally mishandled from that. So I live my life and I walk in a room and I'm going to treat you how you treat me. You black, you Mexican, you Indian, you white. If your energy's good, it's good. If it's not, all right, fuck you, don't fuck with me. But I'm not going to do nothing and say, oh man, if I was white, y'all wouldn't be saying. I already lost. I lost when I thought, if I got away, if I do something and I don't get away when I get punished, like a nigga, I knew the consequences when I took them. And that's where we messed up with a lot of this. A lot of kids grow up in integrated societies and then they get 18, 19, do some shit. And they spending a long time in prison or the rest of their life in prison because we're not teaching them consequences. We're not teaching them finance, money management, conflict resolution. We're not loving on them. You know, we scolding them. We're not listening to them. So I don't give a fuck about who racist and who not. Because a racist ain't going to stop my flow. And if he was racist under Trump, he going to be racist under Obama. And he was racist under fucking Biden. And if he's not racist, he's not going to be racist under Trump. He's not going to be racist under Obama. But I just don't give a fuck worrying about that shit. How can I cry about racism and all the niggas with money with the ability to build us banks and grocery stores and infrastructure and highways and schools and donate millions and millions of dollars to the black community? Do you know if every athlete, right, said, I'm going to donate $1 million, we could change the black community forever. So if them niggas don't care enough about racism to not give their money to Dusty not dusty, I won't say dusty, but to impoverished Latinas and white women, the fuck am I gonna let racism bother me for? I'm gonna give them money. Now that's all black everything, if you a nigga. But a lot of y'all ain't niggas no more. A lot of y'all is imitation niggas. Niggas with bachelor's degrees, imitation bachelor's degrees. Now to my niggas that's educated and forward in the black community, I love y'all. To my educated people that don't try to act ignorant to be cool, I love y'all. Y'all my favorite kind of black people. Y'all remind me of what black people used to be, a monolith of intelligence and thoughts and ideas and variety of conversation and politeness and unity. And some of us smart as shit. And some of us got PhDs. But now the nigga with the PhD, he at the club with a chain on. He wanna be Big Meech. Take your dumb ass home, bro. I promise you don't want to live that life. There's too many of us in jail. It's too many of us. And two, I know I'm pod. You ain't getting this shit nowhere else. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com. To my women, would y'all shut the fuck up? Or at least scale it back. Talking about, it is your body, your choice, my sister. But what this past week has shown me, and this election has shown me, I feel like a lot of black people look at abortion as the main form of birth control. The main form of fucking birth control is responsibility. Like having some discretion on who you fuck. A condom, maybe. A depot shot. A birth control pill. It can't just be I ran to the clinic. Like, you know, I seen on Club Shay Shay, Glorilla, like, oh, that has so many, I got a membership at that place. That's not funny. That's ignorant. Because Planned Parenthood was designed to scale back the numbers of the black community. We were a threat. After the 60s, the Civil Rights Movement, Black Panther Movement, the lady that built Planned Parenthood, the director, designed it. She was a known racist. She knew that putting these places in low educated areas, impoverished areas, it was gonna make women say, okay, it's a quick way out. Over 60 million black babies have been aborted. Do with that as you must. 60 million. So let's just take a third of that, right? 20 million. Say 20 million of those 60 million black babies got to see the light, right? Out of those 20 million, say 2 million ain't shit. That's still 18 million infinite possibilities. Think about how smart you think you are, right? Think about the brilliant fly shit you coming with. Think about how good you look. That's 18 million people. We literally responsible for our own genocide. You know, we got white music executives. Not a whole world acts like Chicago. It's that real shit. You ain't gonna get nowhere else, man. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com. All that standing on business, sticks, poles, sliding, smoking ops, smoking packs. That's Chicagoland slang. I'm from Gary, Indiana, nigga. I heard niggas talking about sticks and poles in like 96, 97. Switches, Glocks, like that's all Midwest talk. That's our shit. Sliding. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's Midwest shit. Now you hear nigga be from bum the fuck Arkansas be like, yeah, I'm finna slide on my ops. We smoking on pack. That's all a result of drill music. The whole Jacksonville gangster shit, slide on your ops, disrespect your ops. the shit, Young Boy and them, all that, that's influenced by Chicago. That's influenced by the music. So y'all took an element of gangster shit from a place that where the people that's from that area know how terrorizing it is. Y'all threw it all over the world like fucking outbreak, like the little monkey with the virus. And pray for Tuskegee University. Niggas is having shootouts on college campuses, bro. We are in a state of emergency, black people. We have no time to berate each other, get emotional about who the fucking president is, nigga. Show me a picture of how your neighborhood looked under Obama, Trump, Bush, or Biden, nigga. And it still look like shit. Fuck out of here, nigga. Now, if you live in an all-black community, unless you live in Atlanta or Maryland, if you live in an all-black community, your school is ass. Or if you do get a decent amount of money, say you can get a little crib, scrape up a couple $100,000, get you a decent spot somewhere in maybe a little district, and maybe there's a few black people out there, good, hard-working people that did some things for themselves. You're still not represented, getting taught by black people. Because now you're going to have the poor white teachers getting their student loan forgiven to teach your kids. They don't even like them. And I say this. I think every black child, right, from kindergarten to 6th grade, should have African-American teachers. I feel like every child, black child, 5th, 6th grade, all the way up to 6th grade at least, damn near 8th grade, should have African-American teachers. At least 80%. It's going to be caused for some minorities. And it's a lot of good white teachers. I'm not knocking them. I'm friends with a lot of them. But ask them how many black teachers they had, and I bet you it was less than 20%. See, that's the thing. You can be friends with people, but you got to have facts about yourself. Every black child should have a black teacher until the 8th grade. All black teachers. They should see black principals, black leaderships. They should see black men in suits. They should see black firemen, black policemen, black FBI agents, black cooks, black butchers, black electricians, black carpenters, black welders, black construction owners. Some of these black women that own these medical companies, these facilities, these home health networks, go talk to these schools. These young black girls need to see black women driving these Range Rovers that's not selling their ass. See, I'm pod today. I'm giving y'all this real shit because I'm really getting that podcasting money now. So I done made my lane doing what the fuck I want, saying what the fuck I want. So you gonna get this real shit. You black niggas coming home from college, stop rapping. I don't want to hear you rap, bro. You was just in biology, man. I don't want to hear you rap, nigga. Go talk to these kids, nigga. Tell these kids what they need to hear, man. Tell these kids what you felt from 15 to 18, from 12 to 15. Help them. Go to the YMCA and volunteer. And help all kids of all races. But help your kids to look like you. Give off a warm spirit, though. Because all kids come to me. Mexican kids, gay kids, Arab kids, Chinese kids. Mr. Loud, I need to talk to you. What's wrong, baby? Tell me what's happening, I'll make it right. I don't not help you because you're not black. But if you black, I'm going to help you. And that's going to go, you know what I'm saying? Last but not least, I think black people need to repair the bond between regular black people in poor communities, black people in middle class communities, black people in affluent communities, and then educated black people who've been in part of basically the D9. And I say this with all due respect because nephew, brother, cousins, not my brother, but cousins, nephews, multiple dear friends, multiple business partners, people I've made several six-figure deals with, they in frats. I know some real niggas in frats. So I'm not here to disrespect fraternities. Obviously, I got cousins. I got a cousin who's basically like the chairman of the AKAs. I got friends of all sororities, classmates. So I think sororities and fraternities are a beautiful asset to the black community. Just the positivity, the structure, the brotherhoods, the sisterhoods. I salute them. But on the nigga side, you got an element of people who join fraternities or sororities to look down on other people that look like them. And those are the cancers in your community that you have to cut out because they're alienating you from the niggas that need to be reached. See, me, I'm a reachable nigga because I was the smartest kid in school. So you gonna respect me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool, I'm charming. Like I like intelligent conversation. So I know how to weed through who real and who not. But you guys gotta lead the charge of going to the inner city, becoming teachers, counselors, mentors, and stop seeing lower class black people as a hustle. You pastors, you don't need no more Gucci ties, B. All right? You got the little GLC coupe, you know what I mean? The little Benz and shit is cool, bro. The FaceTime, I seen that shit 2025. I want one, I'm gonna get one. But come on, man, with the ATMs and shit in church, bro. You niggas are getting $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 donations. Where's that money going, bro? Tired of you pastor niggas having extravagant anniversary parties and this niggas in your congregation starving. Can't afford to eat an egg, nigga. See, until we break down the bourgeois wall, we're never going to break down the division between each other. Ice Cube tried to have us together as a monolith. Y'all cussed out Ice Cube, man. That shit still pissed me off 5 years later, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm a non-violent ass dude since I done turned 48, maybe about, you know what I'm saying? But when you niggas cussed out Ice Cube, I was enraged, man. All Ice Cube said, you see this shit, man. Stop acting, man. 53 minutes in. You see the baby blue, the Carolina blue shit, bro. This shit. I'm flyer than your uncle's flyest friend, nigga. Stop playing with me, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to play with you niggas, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you niggas had y'all chance to try to destroy me. You niggas failed. So now you gonna deal with this fucking monster, nigga. ConcreteGeniusMedia.com, man. You pastors, stop pimping the black community, man. You mega church pastors. You know. You niggas deal with nepotism and classism and friendshipism. You hire your boys for shit. But then y'all diss LeBron James. We just confused right now. We say Kamala's black, Kamala's black. However you say her name, excuse me, I apologize. I'm a little off the whiskey. But we argue over the sister's black. You tear Janet Jackson down, she asks a question. But then you get on the internet and you say RG3's kids aren't black. We confused. So Meghan Markle is black and Kamala Harris is black, but RG3 kids ain't black. We got to stop picking and choosing and weaponizing blackness. It's making us look dumb. Matter of fact, hold on. Matter of fact, right, bro, I want niggas to understand. I think that we got to start breaking down our classifications of black people. We got to start asking more questions, nigga. How was you raised? Did you sing Lift Every Voice in school? Lift every voice and sing in school every day? You know, did your school celebrate Martin Luther King Day before it was a holiday, you know? Did your school teach you about Nat Turner, Malcolm X, you know? Like, it's too many niggas with flags from Africa and the Caribbean giving opinions on Black America, you know? It's too many people with no proximity to the culture taking a bite out the culture, you know? I think that moving forward, people got to understand we got to make some changes to the one drop rule, my nigga. We looking like a bunch of mulattoes and mutts out here. Jesus Christ, my Father God, have mercy on my soul. But look, first of all, look, white man was in the gym like, man, I don't know, man. I got 2 black sons. My nigga, you don't have black sons, you white. You got mixed sons at the most, right? But you got a white seed. You can't plant an orange in the tree in the dirt and get an apple. All right. Now you got you a black man. You producing the semen. I'm not your baby's black, my nigga. So what I'm saying is be more judicious in where you plant that seed, my nigga. And I love you, man. Sauce Mackenzie, this shit on the rise, nigga, like cake dough. I done told you. Tap in, follow me on all socials. Concrete Genius Pod. I didn't shout out the pod, man. Concrete Genius Pod, nigga. I had to get on that political shit, man. School you niggas. I love you. I know what it's like to deal with shit in your head. I deal with shit in my head. I had good days and bad days. That's why my pod is so sporadic, but we got some big news, man. Big news, big year 3 going to year 4. Got some big things 2025, and this ain't just a big thing, so no, like the paperwork is getting signed on the ink. So we everywhere. Me, the vegetarian shit, you know, the emotional shit. Sometimes the hatred I have for people that spite me. You know, I could wake up and be mad at a nigga that I hate from 08, nigga. That's the scary shit about me. Like, nigga, I don't know when my rage gonna pop up. I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna think about some shit that I want to beat the fuck out of somebody for, you know what I'm saying? Or I might just think about some shit and start laughing on some serious shit. Like, my brain is like a big-ass mega computer, like that computer on iRobot, Vicky. It's gonna do what it needs to do, but it's gonna do what it wants to do. So sometimes I go through a multitude, a roller coaster of emotions, but still I rise. Thank you for listening, man. And all my niggas overseas, tap in, man. I got some shit coming for y'all. First of the year. I love y'all. Keep your head up. Do the best you can. Don't have no regrets. Don't give people 2 chances to fuck you. I love you. One time for your mind. I'm out of here.